Welcome to another Spider-Man PS4 video where I will be talking about the Scarlet Spider, or I should say Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. As with all these, this is unscripted and unresearched, so if I get things wrong, feel free to let me know. Anyway, so basically the backstory of the Scarlet Spider was a long time ago, like 70s. There was like this clone of Spider-Man showed up. There was a one-off adventure. The clone seemingly died, and that seemed to be the end of it. But during the 90s, everyone's favorite period of comics, the clone was brought back, and it was revealed that he might be the original, and this clone was Ben Reilly, and they kind of give him a little bit more of a backstory. You know, they flesh it out more. But yeah, he returns. It's revealed he's not dead. He hates himself, so he doesn't think he should be called Peter Parker, even after it's revealed that he might be the real. You know, he thinks he doesn't deserve it, so he dyes his hair blonde to look a little bit less like Peter, and he names himself Ben Reilly. Ben being from Uncle Ben, and Reilly being from Aunt May's maiden name. So her name was May Reilly before, you know, she married Ben. So he ended up, you know, he took this name, he was doing his own thing, not want to be a superhero, but then he kind of had to. I don't know exactly what threat happened, but he ended up grabbing this, like, these red tights, this hoodie, which he ripped the sleeves off of, and then, you know, he put on the web shooters, the belt, and the, you know, ankle pouches, and created this iconic Scarlet Spider uniform, which he even got the name. And he used it for a while. You know, he became popular as the Scarlet Spider. A lot of people love this look and the character. Like, he has a huge fan following. I know there's a lot of people who, like, right when they could unlock this in the game, they did get this suit. He eventually became Spider-Man for a while, and the intention was for him to be Spider-Man from, you know, that point on. But comics always go back to the way they were before, and the Clone Saga just ended up getting extended for a long time, because it was meant to be just a few months. It was just supposed to be a short story. But, you know, like, a lot of other stuff was going on. Like, I think they had to push back the event because the X-Men were doing a huge event. Then, you know, there's just a bunch of other reasons. And, like, the creative team changed a couple times. So it just kept getting pushed back, and that's why it was actually so bad. Like, it wasn't too bad at first. But, you know, then, you know, it just kept getting delayed and pushed back and, you know, altered. And they had to keep trying to figure out, like, what should we actually do with this story? But yeah, and eventually they put out 101 Ways to Kill a Clone, where they came up with a bunch of different ways to kill Ben Reilly. And eventually it was revealed Norman Osborn was behind the whole Clone Saga thing. And Ben died, and he turned to dust, revealing that he's the clone, and Peter was the real one after all, which made everyone happy, because a lot of people were mad when they found out. It's like, oh, the Peter Parker we've been reading has been a fake this entire time. You know, they hated that. So, you know, everyone was happy again. Ben Reilly was gone. I mean, I guess fans of him weren't happy. And he was gone for a long time, but recently he came back in a story called The Clone Conspiracy, where the Jackal was basically cloning everyone Peter cared about back to life. So Gwen Stacy was back. I mean, not even just cared about, he cloned all his villains back to life too. Like a version of the Hobgoblin and Massacre, just a bunch of others. So, but yeah, and then it was revealed that the Jackal was actually Ben Reilly, that he just kept coming back over and over again, that, you know, the Jackal for some reason just kept reviving him, and it kind of blackened his soul, and he went insane. And, you know, he did all this stuff, and all the clones ended up dying, and Ben escaped, and he was sort of degenerated, but not completely, like all the other clones. And he made his way to Vegas, where his current solo series is taking place. And he's still kind of insane. He's kind of, you know, he's like this interesting anti-hero character. Which, I mean, he was always okay with killing. So, but yeah, and, you know, he's just doing all this different stuff. He's trying to cure this girl, Abigail, of her Crook's disease. And, you know, her mother hates him and wants him dead, but, you know, keeping Ben alive is the only way to cure her daughter, so that's the only reason why she hasn't ordered her, like, superpowered bodyguard Slate to murder him yet. And over the course of the series, he's done a bunch of different things. He took on, I think he's currently fighting that Sauron, that's his name. Like, the dinosaur guy, you know, you've seen the image where he's like, where Spider-Man's like, but with this technology, you could cure cancer. And he's like, but I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. I don't know what was with that accent, but anyway, yeah, I think that's who he's currently fighting. Ben also teamed up with the Midnight Suns, which are this like team of like Marvel, like mystic people. So like there's Ghost Rider, I think Moon Knight, Elsa Bloodstone. I don't know. So I don't remember. This is all based off memory of just what I remember from the story, which is basically nothing. But yeah, so Ben Reilly currently has a series. He's wearing this costume again. He did get a new costume for like 5 seconds, but everyone complained about it. And then they had these cosplayers show up all wearing different Spider-Man costumes. Like there's one in the classic Spidey costume, there's one in the black 2099 costume, and there's one dressed as the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider, and they run into Ben. And, you know, they start bad-mouthing this costume, being like, what, you look like Spider-Side, and like we can see your mouth. Like, your costume is terrible. He's just like, you're an asshole. I was like, what? Give me your costume then. Like, what? Yeah, this is mine now. Give me it. So, yeah, and, you know, he took this costume back and was just like, jerk. And he's been wearing this ever since. Said, like, those are complaints people actually had. Like, a lot of people were like, he looked like Spider-Side, and we can see his mouth. Like, that's a bit weird. Which, yeah, seeing his mouth, I agree on that one. Like, other than that, I thought it was fine. But seeing his mouth was just, why? Like, if they just drew it without his mouth showing, then it would be fine. But yeah, I'm okay with him going back to the suit. The suit's iconic. Everyone loves it. You know, it's fine. I mean, I'm cool with getting new suits. That one, like, it didn't feel like one of those cases where the suit kind of was like a symbolism of the character's growth or anything. But yeah. So I'm trying to think anything else to say. I think that's really all from the comics. Just a super short history. Like, my memory is super foggy on what happened in the Clone Saga, and that's why I kind of brushed through that one super quick. So he's in current stuff, so if you want to read about him, pick up his current series, I guess. It was very different from his original, like how he was way back in the 90s. Said he went insane. Apparently Death showed up in the series. I mean, she did, not apparently. Like, I remember that. She showed up and she was using the form of Marlo Chandler, which makes sense because Marlo Chandler was her, like, avatar in this realm, kind of, for a while, because this guy was trying to kill her, and Marlo Chandler died, and Death revived her and just hid inside of her for a while. And then eventually Captain Marvel and Thanos had to team up. And not Carol Danvers, I'm talking about, you know, the real Captain Marvel, Genis Vell, you know, the son of the original. Yes, you heard me. The real Captain Marvel is Genis Vell. He deserves a name, and it should have died with him. Like, yeah, Marvel, he was also the... Well, I need to stop. This video is not for the side tangent on who's the real Captain Marvel. But anyway, yeah, so Death was in the form of, you know, Marlo Chandler, and she showed up and told Ben Reilly that if he dies again, he'll go completely evil. So he can't die anymore. Which, that's interesting. It at least gives some stakes. You know, every time it comes close to dying, it's like, oh no, if he dies and gets revived again, like, that's it. Goodbye, good guy Ben. He's gonna be just a super villain. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything for the comics. I think I already said that, but then I started talking about the comics again. So, I mean, hey, if I remember something, I guess I'll talk about it. But as for his other appearances, the skin has been in a few different games. I think it was in Shattered Dimensions as an alternate for the Amazing Spider-Man. It was probably in, like, I think Spider-Man PS1. Probably, maybe some others. I'm sure it was definitely in the older ones. I know in both the Amazing Spider-Man games, they put in the Kane version of Scarlet Spider, which I love. I think that's a cool suit. I probably prefer it over this one, but I'm actually glad they put in the Ben Reilly one instead of the Kane. You know, it's just been so long since we've seen the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider suit. Just any Ben Reilly suits in general. I would have loved to see Ben's Spider-Man suit in the game. You know, like, hey, DLC, if, I don't know, if they're listening, which I doubt they are, like, I only have 25 subscribers at home, and, like, none of my videos get views, usually, so, I doubt they are. But, hey, if they are, then, please put in the Ben Reilly Spider-Man suit, because I think that's really cool. Also put in Spider-Hero from Secret Wars, and, I don't know. Superior Spider-Man would be cool, I don't know.
Carl, crush that pedestrian if I don't do something.
But, anyway... as for his other appearances, he was kind of in that Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. I say kind of because he had the costume of Kane, and his backstory was a lot like Kane's, but he took the Ben Reilly name. So he was pretty much just Ben Reilly in name only. Otherwise, he was just, you know, Kane. Like, I don't know, I guess I just didn't want to call him Kane. Oh, where's this other guy? Okay, there he is. But yeah, so they called him Ben Reilly, but he wasn't. He was Kane.
Stay calm.
I think they actually did also have a clone in their name, Kane, but he was like, I think a mud creature or something. So,
Whoever caused this wreck is nearby.
anyway, so I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that was, yeah, but yeah, so it is, if you're trying to look into Ben Reilly, I would not recommend checking out the Ultimate cartoon, considering, like, that's a good place to go for, like, Kane. He was called Ben Reilly. So, oh, there they are. Okay. What? Oh, this is going to be one of those car stopping missions. I suck at this.
Gotta catch up.
Get off of the building! I'm pressing the jump button. I literally just, if you haven't heard of him, Professor Thor, you should check out his videos. I literally just watched his video about how sometimes you get stuck to the walls. And, like, all the time, like every time it happened during his video, he just showed, oh, the car got away. But oh no, the car's still there. He's like, I'm clicking. It's just super hard to get off the walls. You are stuck on there. But yeah, it's true. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm just gonna finish this mission though, so you know, enjoy a little bit more Scarlet Spider gameplay. I don't know. I haven't been asking questions in my video, so if you want, let me know who your favorite Scarlet Spider is. Do you prefer Ben Reilly? Do you prefer Kane? See, yeah, like, I don't get that. I don't know how I'm so bad. You'd think it'd be simple, but I don't know. I'm pressing it as fast as I can. But anyway, yeah, let me know if your favorite Scarlet Spider is it Ben Reilly, is it Kane? What's your favorite Scarlet Spider suit even? Do you like the classic Ben? Do you like the new Ben Reilly one that looks like Spider Side? Do you like Kane's? Do you like the big time suit which Kane wore? So I mean, you could count it as one of his costumes. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Now I just need to, come on. I want to land in a good area with a little bit of light. Let's shut up. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video. Let me know if you want me to do a researched version, and let me know which suit I should do a video for next. Catch you in the next one. Das Vidania.